Hello guys and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I want to talk about something very important when it comes to your business, especially when it comes to marketing. So if your marketing is not performing as it should be, bringing in enough leads or high quality of those leads, then there is a very high chance that you don't necessarily have a good product market fit put together. Or maybe you even never did it. So let's do a quick intro and like a small workshop on what is product market fit and how we put it together. I'll be drawing a little bit here on my iPad, so yeah, I'm not the best at drawing or writing, so let's see how that turns out. But I realized that when I'm meeting people in person, I always take out a piece of paper and I just start writing on it. So yeah, let's do it. Product market fit. What is it? Well, let's start drawing. So product market fit. So first thing, why I'm making a circle is because product market fit is not a linear process where you go step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4. Product market fit is a circular process where you do a little bit of this, you go to the next step, you learn something new, you go back, and so you just go through that circle quite a few times probably before you are able to put it together. So let's first start with what are the 4 ingredients of product market fit. So at the top, we have ideal client avatar. There are many different names, how like your target audience, target niche, whatever. I just like to call it ideal client avatar, and I put it at the top because it is the most important thing when it comes to your product market fit, and it's so important, especially for later on creating your whole client journey, marketing strategy, and so on. Next thing in the ideal client avatar, in the product market fit is what services or products are we selling? What are we, creating, selling, producing, delivering? Because it needs to be matched between what your ideal avatar wants and what you are providing. Next thing, I'm still trying to come up with a good name for this third one. For now, I'm just using business development. Because here we do quite a few different things. We do some competition research, we do some marketing research, we do some pricing research, and so on. So like the business aspect of your product market fit goes here. And then the last but not the least important thing, it's actually very important. Now, some people like to call it unique value proposition. Some people like to call it unique sales proposition. Same shit, just different wording. So this is the 4 things that go into product market fit. Well, let's put PMF here in the middle, hashtag. Okay. So ideal client avatar. So who you are targeting, service and product or product that you are selling to them, some business development, and clarity on what your unique value proposition is. Those are the 4 big things that go into product market fit. Ideal client avatar. Like I said, your most important thing is to figure out who is your ideal client avatar and really get to the point of deep understanding of your ideal client avatar, because like 80% of stuff in the business is connected with this, especially when it comes to marketing, sales, customer experience, product development, and so on, or service development. So for ideal client avatar, basically what we want to understand, and I'm clicking here like crazy, is three things. Well, this doesn't look that bad. So the three things are who. So who are they? And here we have like two parts. One part is just the numbers thing, the logical, the tangible information, you know, like how old they are, or how big a business, how many years in business, you know, like just things that are quite tangible, because we will need this later on for, you know, finding them on LinkedIn, knowing what conferences to go to, you know, targeting with targeted ads, and so on and so on and so on. So this is what we need. So tangible data, but then depending on what you're doing, you also want to know some personality traits of that person, some emotions and stuff like that, because, you know, marketing or our buying is many times connected with emotions, with trust, and so on. Now here, I just want to make a distinction that if we are B2C business, so we are targeting direct consumers, then we just have one avatar. But if we are in B2B business, then we also need to know who is the person at the company that we are targeting, who is, you know, the decision maker or person who we get our foot in the door through. And it doesn't always have to be the owner, especially with bigger businesses where they have departments and different people. So who would be most interested at that business so that you can get your foot through the door, and then, you know, climb through the ladder, figure out who are all the people who will be with the decision makers and so on. So those are the two things. I'll give you an example. Let's say you're a software company and you offer, you know, making software to businesses. So here, what kind of businesses? Let's say we are looking for healthcare businesses, whatever. But then who is the person there? And it might be, you know, a project manager who is the one in charge of the actual development of that solution. And they need, and they have a need for more developers so that they can finish it. But maybe that person is not the one responsible to making the final decision and approval. Maybe that's, I don't know, like let's say CTO of the business, whatever. So just understanding that is very, very important, because it will play a huge role in how you structure your marketing efforts. And also when it comes to the sales, you know, how do you need to pivot within that entity to get sales. So who is very important, and hopefully I gave you enough reasons why it's so important. Where? That's the second one. Where can we find them? Are they on LinkedIn? Are they on Instagram? Are they on TikTok? Are they on YouTube? Are they in certain trade shows, at certain conferences? Are they, you know, local? Are they international? Are they, you know, in a specific state, in a specific city? Where can we find them? Because you can have the best marketing, but if that marketing doesn't get in front of your ideal client avatar, they won't see it. Without them seeing that, you don't start the journey, the know, like, trust journey. So, you know, we see so often that people, well, our clients at the beginning of this process, they don't understand where they are. And because they don't understand where they are, they're not using proper channels to deliver their messages to. And the third one is language. Now, yeah, another word that I need to find a better one. We need to understand how they describe their problems, how they describe their solutions, if they have a specific vocabulary that they're using. You know, IT people use a lot of IT terms. Corporate people use a lot of corporate terms. Tech entrepreneurs use a lot of that, you know, start-uppy vocabulary, and so on. And so when we are creating our marketing stuff, if we don't use the right language, we won't connect with them. And the less we connect, the longer we will need to establish trust. Because one of the best ways to establish trust is for them to think that they have a connection with us. Oh, this guy really understands my problems. Oh, he's talking about solutions that I want as well. And he's talking in a language that, you know, I use as well. You just have that feeling that you have a very common connection, and so trust can be built faster, but more on know, like, trust and all of that stuff in some other video. So this one I just wanted to dive into product market fit because everything starts here. And if this one is not done correctly, then you will struggle through all the other processes of, you know, putting things together. So, ideal client avatar. Then we come to, well, let's call it services or end products. This is basically just putting together maybe what you have, like a base offer, and tweaking it so that it's really tailored towards your ideal client avatar, and you put everything together that they might want. I'll give you an idea. A client of ours is an architectural company, not the main architects, but like a subcontractor of architects. And what they found out through having a lots of conversations with their ideal client avatars is that they really would value if the quality control was already done on the subcontractor side. And so when they started recreating their services, they added a few more things. They upped the price as well, but because it was exactly what the ideal client avatar wanted, they usually are accepted even though their prices are normally higher than all the other competitors. But it's a much better fit to exactly what the ideal client avatar wants. So here you basically just do a brain dump of, you know, what are my services or my products, and then, you know, can I do something to package them in a way that is what our ideal client avatar wants. So not too much to say here. So with business development, like I said, we need to figure out what's our business model. And there are many different business models. Let me know in the comments if you want me to make like a video on all the different business models out there and how we can, you know, put different business models even together and create even a more unique business model solutions. Then we want competition research, we want to do market research. Market research, what we want to do here is just to see what's the opportunity on the market, what is already on the market, what, you know, like reviews of what other stuff similar to ours is getting, what people are saying in those reviews, what's good, what's missing, because we, you know, when we come to the last point, which is unique value proposition, we want to be unique in certain ways, and that will help us create those things that are unique. Yeah, pricing research. Many times companies don't do that. And then we come in, we do our due diligence, we do some research on the market, and then we say, well, why are you underpricing yourself so heavily compared to your other competitors? So just this and this is a topic on its own, just the business development. So again, if you want me to dive a little bit deeper in on this one, let me know in the comments, and I'll just make another video with my marvelous drawings and try to explain it better. And then we come to the last part, which is well, let's go with black again. Unique value proposition. I like to call it value proposition. Some call it sales proposition, whatever. So here we want 3 up to maybe 5 quick sentences where we can communicate to a potential client why they should choose us instead of our competitors. So what makes us unique? And when I say unique, very often, you know, like there's gazillion companies out there and they're doing so much already. Of course, it will be very hard for us to be completely unique. But just, you know, this one, it's almost like marketing or a PR spin. So we need to have really deep understanding of the ideal client avatar to understand what are the top 3 things that they would value. Then we go back to the drawing board and we say, okay, can we really deliver this? Because if we start promising this, can we really deliver on this? If not, like what would we have to do to be able to? And then once we understand that, we can start crafting those messages, and as the more specific they are, the better. Now, usually when it comes to our clients, they point out many different things that they're doing and maybe, you know, somebody else isn't. And then we just go with the brain dump first, and then we start tailoring it down until we come to 3 to 5, and then you just memorize them and you just keep repeating them. So this is unique value proposition. Again, we can dive a little bit more in another video. I don't want to make this one too long. One more thing that I really want to stress here is when it comes to ideal client avatar, most often, if they even do this, because trust me, I've seen so many times companies, when you ask them what's your ideal client avatar, and they don't know. But even if they do it, it's usually more through data research. You know, you sit at your computer, you go on Google, Reddit, and so on, and you try to get some data, and you do then the research based on that. But in my opinion, the best possible way is when you combine data research with people research, human research, which basically means go out there and get them on Zoom call, talk to them in person, get them on a phone call, and just spend some time with those people, talk to them, ask a lot of questions, and just really have that deep understanding of them, and that will help you a lot in this whole process. The companies that struggle with this the most are companies that are lacking on the people research. And even if you look at big companies like, you know, Apple, Google, and so on, well, Tim Cook doesn't go out and talk to, you know, potential clients, even though I saw in a recent interview that every morning he spends 1 hour on his email so that he better connects with what us users are sending him, and also to understand better what employees are sending to him. So he does that as the CEO of Apple. But what Apple does is focus groups and stuff like that. Now, of course, for that you need a huge budget. It's not cheap to do focus groups and you know, for a company to do that for you. But what you can do is you can go to some meetups, to conferences, you can, you know, join some online communities, just figure out a way how you can be of some value to people, get them on a video call, get them on coffee, or, you know, and just be a decent human. Talk to them. Don't talk too much. Ask more. And once you have that deep understanding, everything will be so much easier. So that's why this part is super, super, super important and something that most people skip. I often tell people when I started Fail Coach, 8 years ago, in year one, I probably jumped on, I'm sure that I'm not exaggerating if I say that I jumped on more than 500 Zoom calls. I'm absolutely positive. And it was, younger people, older people, in the middle, male, female, from different countries, from big cities, small towns, like anything you can imagine, because I wasn't really sure what I want to create. This was before me, figuring out what kind of services we want to offer, to whom we should offer them. So I really needed to do a very deep research to start then slowly putting things together and figuring out, okay, this is one part that we can focus, and this is another one, and this is another one. And then we created like a few avatars, and then started with one, and then slowly, as we grew, we were able to target a few more avatars. But that's really it. A whole lot of conversations. Of course, I did all of the data research and stuff as well, but the biggest understanding came really from those conversations. So guys, I hope this was helpful. It's a little bit new to me to try to talk to you, to try to draw here on the iPad. I'm absolutely positive that with some time I will become much better. Use the comments for questions that you might have. I want to make this YouTube channel to be as valuable to you guys as possible. So the more questions you ask, the more things I can record that will, address your potential challenges that you have in your business. Take care, guys, and see you in the next one.